I don't know. I got maybe 41 people that are signed up to this, so maybe it's possible somebody will see it, but chances are nobody will ever see it. And that's fine if they don't. You know, it's almost 11:30. Yeah, I'm live. I'm just kind of chilling. Well, you know, I don't know if I'm just bored or what. Not that talking to you is boring, because Lord knows. But still, you know, I'm just, let's see here. I guess I should go through and belt loop 29. Well, let me see here. It's not really, hang on. I wonder if I searched that. And yeah, it's got my other stuff right there. All right. And I got, and let me mute it. That's all good. Hey, Eddie.
Yeah.
What would you think about doing a video where I took an aluminum pan, you know, like ones I cooked the spaghetti in, throwing some hot dogs in there and taking that flame thrower, you know, that flame weeder to them to cook them. Seems like that.
That could be kind of funny, dude.
Yeah, I would think. Well, I was just thinking, I don't know whether or not I ought to do.
Have you ever seen Ginger Billy?
I've seen the name Ginger Billy. I don't know if I've ever seen any videos from Ginger Billy.
He's on YouTube and TikTok. You need to check some of his stuff out.
Okay.
He's stupid funny.
Well, that's a good thing.
Way stupid funny. So.
Well, stupid funny is funny.
Do a video like that.
I guess
hey, Gary, I got an idea for you, dude.
What's that?
Why don't you, since you're bored and everything else, instead of going live, why don't you make a video to the membership video to introduce people to your channel or stuff like that?
Yeah.
So we can post that and get your membership started.
That's a good idea. It is. In fact, I still ain't quite worked out all the details on that. As far as what I'm going to shoot and that type of thing. And that's another thing I was thinking about them cooking them hot dogs that way might be a good thing to add to that membership video. Then again, I was thinking it's possible I could just take clips from my existing stuff and put it on there. So that might work. I could do a clip of me eating that hot pepper, a clip of me dancing, a clip of, I don't know. I may have to shoot a couple extra things. I could even take a clip of me mowing the grass.
No.
Yeah. That and
no. Cartwheel?
Well, I was thinking, I could do the cartwheel and maybe mowing the grass and now I'm just talking about a 2 or 3 second clip from that. See that way. Otis, hang on. Come on, Otis. Go. Go, little Bell. Come here. Come here, Bell. There we go. I got Bella. I was just thinking maybe a 2 or 3 second clip. And talk about my hard body, so to speak.
Okay.
And I thought that would be just as good as me, doing an extra thing, because I'm just going to talk over it anyhow. When I do that video, I plan on just doing doing the video, putting the stuff together, and then turn around and do a narration thing. Say whether you're looking for somebody with a hard body, somebody that can cook, willing, that takes chances, maybe for the hot pepper thing, and then is athletic. You got it all with belt loop 29, something like that, something stupid. How you like that, Tammy's home? I didn't see you were on. That must be one of the dogs wanted down.
Somebody didn't answer their phone when I called.
Hey, I just got up a little bit ago. I didn't hear no phone call.
We have an invitation to Junior's baby shower.
Okay. We probably ought to get them something baby related. Showerish, yeah. Bella's being such.
Did you get those email addresses?
The email address, not yet, baby. By the way, Devil Dog, you wouldn't happen to have email address. Oh, wow, Raymond Williams is here. That's kind of interesting. I really wasn't counting on anybody coming on, Raymond, but welcome aboard. And you may not still be here.
Finish your thought.
Do you got an email address for Jesse?
Lazy Days Ahead?
Yeah.
It should be on his channel.
Okay. I'll look for it. I need to, oh, by the way, was that Amazon gift card? Was that from Tony? Or do you know if the one she got? Hey, Raymond, good to see you. Let me put this thing up there. There ain't nobody here, so nobody else here. So if you want to come up, you're welcome to. Devil Dog ain't even watching, and but there's the link if you want to come up. Just chit chat a little bit. I'll go and see if I can't get his email address off of his thing. But I need to know if that Amazon gift card, that was what it was, an Amazon gift card, right? I need to know if that's from, because there was 4 of them. 2 were from Quint and 2 of them were from Tony at Kettle Kitchen.
Yeah, correct.
So, and I need to know whether or not Tammy needs to email Tony or Quint. Come on. And then let's see, what was that other thing? Tammy got the coaster. She needs to get in touch with Road Dogs Customs. You probably have their email address. If not, I can probably get it off their page.
I know.
In fact, I guess we could do that right now. Hey, Tammy,
Yeah, I don't have time.
you don't have time?
Yeah, I gotta be back at work in 20 minutes. I came home to get something to eat because I didn't.
Oh, okay. You getting some of that chicken spaghetti? We still got them ribs in there too.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna eat those yesterday. And I forgot.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's voice warning or whoever's on.
Bella, we learned our lesson about you being behind me. You can either sit right here or I can put you back in. Well, I ain't gonna leave her behind me. Not again. No.
She's very sneaky. That
She is sneaky that way. And let me see here. Let me get, I can look these email addresses up pretty easy. Let's see, Road Dogs Customs right there. And
Not good today.
let's see.
No, I've gotten them there before.
Why is Road Dogs Customs not coming up? Road Dogs Customs.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not coming up. I know why.
still gonna be here when
Well, I don't know.
In my room, I figure out.
Let's see.
When I walk out, it's just
Oh, I think Road Dogs has to be back to back.
the whole time.
not a big deal.
There we go. I knew I'd find it. But you have to, for me to get them together, or for me to get that information, I have to literally be on, let's see. I literally have to be, punch it in Road Dogs Custom at gmail.com. Let me go through it and, let me get this notebook and, I'll write down there. Now Road Dogs, that's Jason, right? I always get confused. You always talk about Jason and Mark, so, or no, is that Jason? Devil Dog? I always get confused on that. First off,
He's asking you a question.
that's okay. He's ignoring me.
Uh-huh.
Road Dog is Jason.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate
That's
it.
because he's on live right now, trying to look something up, not paying attention.
Well,
I know he can hear me.
No.
There's only one person there, Raymond Williams. See, I know everything that's going on.
okay.
If Raymond's still there,
All right.
I'm not tired of you today.
will you talk to him then?
No, I'm gonna go to
Okay.
All right, there is one. That is the what do they call that? The I'm just Tammy was entered in that drawing that they did not the drawing, the what do they call that, a raffle, and she got a couple things, and I guess I need to look up Lazy Days Ahead as well, just to get, let's see, Lazy Days Ahead. I like them eyeball things. Those are kind of cool. Raymond. All right. See, Lazy Days Ahead. There we go. With Jesse and Lisa. And let me go over to their thing. Go to their About channel. I'm sure they got the email down there. Here it is. Lazy Days Ahead 1031 at Gmail. I'll have all this in one spot. And let's see here. Let's see. That way Tammy will have it all in one spot. I think I'm doing it. Oh, I may have got that wrong. Lazy Days Ahead 1031 at gmail.com. All right. And hey, real quick, who was it that did the Amazon gift card? Eddie.
What, Tony?
That I know, but do we know which one Tammy got?
I have to go look, dude.
All right, well, I'll go look. Let's see here. Oh, hey, Chef's here too. Cool. Hey, Chef. You know, Chef and Raymond. So I do have two people watching, even though the thing really is only showing me one. And maybe one is dropping out while the other, one man in or one man leaves.
Maybe it's because you ain't paying them no dang attention that you're just doing your own thing, and maybe you should get off live and do your own thing.
You're probably right.
You
But
got things to do. I mean,
well, I'm just.
They didn't come in there to what you do, search your stuff and everything else.
That's true. That's true, Devil Dog. You probably got a good point. Well, he certainly makes a good argument, but not that he's always thinking right. But Raymond said, "Oh, shh, Devil Dog." That's kind of funny. See, I'm just chilling and, talking. And since I got, well, I don't know. I got time. I just kind of like streaming. Streaming is kind of fun. If you're gone already, Chef, and you happen to watch this a little bit later, whatever, I'm sorry if I missed you. I was looking up some email addresses, for Tammy. And I'm just.
Yeah, well, I'm going to talk to you later.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough. You need some sleep. You're a little grumpy.
I'm not sleepy and I'm not grumpy. It's just I don't need to be on the phone with you while you trying to do a million other things right now. You're trying to look up email addresses. You're streaming live, which you don't need me on there to stream live.
No, I don't. That is true. Well, that's true. I don't, I can stream live without you. I can stream live without Tammy. Of course, every time I stream, it's without Tammy for the most part. She's usually in another room doing her own thing. So
I'm talking about I don't need to be on the phone with you while you're streaming.
Well, that's true. It's just a conversation. In fact, we may develop a whole new way of streaming. We do a stream with somebody on the phone and somebody on the live stream.
No.
I don't know what we call it. It's not a mukbang because I ain't eating. So I don't know. Can you think of a new name?
Gary, hold on a second for me real quick, okay?
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
All right. We'll do it. Oh, that reminds me. Since that other thing was all on Road Dogs Customs, we can look at their videos.
Well, it was nice spending my lunch with you.
Baby, are you gone already?
I told you only had a few minutes.
Well, I got 2 of those email addresses for you.
All right, just write them down and I'll get them.
I got them written down. And
I'll get them this afternoon.
I've got to see if I can't find.
Make sure you write out beside it what it was on one from that particular.
Okay, I will. But it's not showing the rule. I'm not seeing their live stream. Do you have access to that, Eddie?
Eddie told you to hold on to it.
That's true. He did.
All right, I'm going.
All right, love you back. Do I now? Give me a kiss.
Pizza Hut Dayton.
Hey, I'd like to order a pizza.
All right, let me get to the screen. Is this carry out or delivery?
Well, probably going to be. That's a good question.
You in our delivery area?
I tell you what, ma'am. I'm not sure why. A friend of mine, I guess, thought it was funny, and he must have forwarded this phone call to the pizza. What's your name?
My name's Ruth here at Pizza Hut in Dayton.
Pizza Hut. How many pizza places y'all have in Dayton?
3.
Are they all Pizza Hut?
No, there's Pizza Hut. We have a Domino's and a Little Caesars.
Okay. Well, it appears that a friend of mine has added a third call. If I guess you should go ahead and hang up. I don't know if he's still on the phone or not, but it says he is. So he's just trying.
All right. Well,
he's just trying to be funny.
all right. Have a good day, sir.
You too, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, that's Eddie trying to be a smart aleck. But then he just hung up the phone, so that's okay. I still need to go through and see if I can find this video. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You so funny.
Why'd you hang up on me?
That wasn't you. That was the Pizza Hut in Dayton. She hung up.
You hung up on me, and I was trying to order me a pizza, and you hung up on her.
Oh, I thought you were, because you weren't on the phone. She was talking to me, and I
was on the phone. Y'all were just carrying on a conversation. I couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Well, when somebody says hello, the thing to do is say hello rather than just sit there.
Well, you wanted to see how it would be to talk to somebody on the phone while you're streaming. I just showed you.
Well, that's kind of stupid. That's not the same thing. Putting me in touch with a Pizza Hut in Dayton. That's not the same thing. By the way,
Jamie's in her bedroom. Jamie's in her bedroom. She heard. She started laughing.
that is stupid. That's not the same thing.
What do you mean?
Well, sitting there, connected and forwarding the phone to deadgum Pizza Hut. Besides, you just got gizzards. I know you ain't calling to order no deadgum pizza.
Haven't you ever heard of chicken and wings, dude?
Chicken and wings?
Yes, you eat like
Pizza and wings.
Pizza and wings, I meant.
No, yes, maybe. That's irrelevant. Where is the live stream from Road Dogs Customs? It's not coming up. Did they not allow?
I don't know, dude. They may not have even posted it.
Well, did you go through and watch it?
No. Why would I watch it? I was
Hey, Raquel, come on up on the thing and chit chat with me.
They didn't keep it.
It's not on here.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see it either.
Well, that ain't my problem.
Okay.
That ain't my problem.
They should have been writing stuff down.
They should have been doing stuff and writing stuff down. He's probably got it saved. But not public or whatever else. It was Quentin.
Okay. It was from Quentin. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll have to figure out how to get in touch with Quentin. I don't know if he has his email address on there or not.
Well, I don't either.
Oh, now how did that happen? I don't know.
Well, me either.
Switch account. Go back to Can Cook, I reckon. Yeah, that's where it's supposed to be. Can Cook. All right, and I'll have to go content, lives, one I'm currently in.
Newport News, Virginia.
That ain't gonna work.
NWS.
Let's see. In control room. Oh, that's cool.
What's cool?
You can go through. You literally can go through, and you can go to the control room.
What are you talking about?
I've never been to this particular page.
What are you talking about?
I went into my studio where I'm doing my live stream, and no, I went into the YouTube and then went into the studio while I'm doing my live stream on the StreamYard, and I clicked on the thing, and there's this thing you can go to called Studio. I mean, the studio of your stream. So it's, I tell you, if you want, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to share my screen, and then you can see what I'm seeing. Oh, cool. We got Raquel too. Hey, Raquel.
Morning.
How you doing, darling?
I'm just kind of waking up here. I was already on Shane's live this morning. So
By the time I woke up, I'm sure he was already over. Right. Eddie is a little bit grumpy. But he's always grumpy, so that's nothing new. I mean, he's a very likable character, but he's quite often grumpy. I guess I shouldn't say he's always grumpy.
Is he on the phone with you?
He is, I assume he still is. I ain't heard him hang up yet. But I'm going to share my screen for a minute so I can show this new thing I found.
I'm going to grab my coffee here.
Okay, yeah, by all means, darling. You know.
I'm purpling out the ones that we sent new stickers.
Entire stream. Allow.
I mean, if you got.
And this is it. While I'm streaming, you can go into the stream that's in YouTube at the same time. So there's not a whole lot to it, but it's still interesting. You still see the chat.
Oh, baby. No. Hold on.
I don't even know if you're listening. You probably not. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. But
I'm trying to do other stuff besides, I'm not like Gary Rogers that gets somebody on the phone and streams and looks up emails and stuff like that too.
Is that a reference to Buck Rogers?
No.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, you said Gary Rogers, and that ain't my name, but
Whatever.
It ain't like I'm broadcasting it anyhow. Still, that's okay. I reckon I'm gonna stop sharing it since I don't reckon you're looking at it. It looks like.
No, I'm not looking at it.
Okay, well, that's fine.
And I'm on the phone with him, not talking to them, not streaming. So if they can hear me, if they can hear me, he shouldn't have me on speaker anyway.
Well, it's all right. You want me to hang up or something?
Well, yeah, I told you that a little bit ago. I'm like, I don't want to be on the phone with you streaming and stuff like that.
Well, you could hang up yourself if you wanted to.
You're not going to be rude and hang up on somebody.
Well, you're asking me to be rude and hang up on somebody.
No, you're the one that went streaming over our phone call.
Well, you said to go ahead.
I also said you should make a video for your membership stuff, and you're like, that's probably a good idea, but are you doing that?
No.
Is that live already?
It's the more important thing.
Because you didn't go live on Saturday.
No, he didn't go. Well, did you go live Saturday, Eddie? I don't remember you going live on Saturday.
No, you guys just had the picture of Al up.
Yeah.
But what does Eddie have to do with your membership?
Well, Eddie and I are more or less partners.
I know, but the last time that I talked to you guys, I thought you were going live on Saturday to introduce the fact that you have your memberships up and running.
Right.
So that's what I'm asking. Are they up and running now?
That's what he's talking about. No, I hadn't. Eddie's wanting me to make a video of to introduce it, and I guess
what you're supposed to do, really, kinda.
Yeah.
Is make a video that's part of the YouTube membership platform. It tells you what you need to do to go and open up your video or open up your membership, and that is one of them. Make a video of you introducing your membership that it's open, blah, blah, blah.
True.
And that's what I've been trying to get you to do for days.
But couldn't we just go through and do a live, say, hey, we have memberships now?
Why don't you just post this live on your other channel? Say, introducing my memberships.
Hey, that'd be fine with me. But, I guess when you think about doing something, you can do it the simple way, or you can do the, and the way Eddie's talking about is, because I guess I'm talking about other things, and it might be difficult. It probably wouldn't be difficult. I just have to download the video and then turn around and put it on the other. But to me, it's more or less just a statement that we have memberships, I guess. But when I think about doing a thing for introducing the memberships, I thought about doing something kind of fun or silly or stupid. I don't know exactly which one it would be, but I've got this flame weeder, and I was thinking at night I could put some hot. Go ahead, Eddie.
Initially, I told you just to go live the next day, or not go live, just to record a short video introducing yourself and your membership being open and everything else, and save that video. Okay. You're the one that come up with all the ideas and wanted to do the video a certain way, or had different ideas of how you did it and everything else. I said, okay. I said, do it however you want to. I said, go ahead and make that. And you said, I'll do that in the morning. And I said, okay, go ahead and make it in the morning. Next morning, I talked to you, and you're like, no, I didn't get around to it. I ain't got the stuff yet. I'll do that later. Well, here it is, been like a whole weekend and stuff.
Yeah, Eddie, I'm a world-class procrastinator, right?
Yeah. Well, it's been a whole weekend plus more, and you still haven't done nothing when all you had to do was shoot a short video saying, hey, it's Belt Loop. I'm opening my membership. Please, join, support me. We're offering these benefits. I'm going to be bringing this to you or whatever for my members. Here's an added benefit for being my member or something like that. And then end the video, just a couple short 2 or 3 minute simple video, just introducing yourself. But you wanted to do it the special way. And that's fine if you do, but then you don't want to do it.
All right. I'll do the short one, easy one.
You know what? He just said it all. Clip that, post it on your channel. You'll be good.
I like it.
No, it's not me doing it. It's you.
Yeah, but it's me on the picture and Raquel on the picture.
No.
That would be cool.
It'll be like Vanna White here.
Yeah, I like that. I may have to do that.
No.
Yeah, how much could it be?
Do it just because Eddie doesn't want you to.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Plus, Eddie, how the truth is, me and Eddie got this whole good cop, bad dog thing, and he's the administrator on my channel. He's an editor on my YouTube. I think I'm an editor, at least for the moment. I'm an editor on his, and administrator on his, StreamYard as well. So it's the two channels are interlocked or twined, however you want to look at it. And so to have him introducing the channel would be, it'd be pretty much ideal, I guess. It just seems to make sense.
For you, because it saves you work. No.
Yeah, that's perfect.
No, it's not.
Anything that can make it easier, I'm all for. There's a hard way to do things and an easy way to do things. Sometimes that easy way is the way to go.
Just think, this is one video and it benefits 2 channels.
That's right. And think about this. It's like a friend of mine. When I was a youngin', we were sitting there one time and somebody asked us to cut sod in one spot and move it over to another. Well, we sat there and we would cut the sod, and then we turned around and we'd pick up each piece as we did it, and carried it over to the other spot. Well, his daddy came out and he says, I guess I just wasn't thinking, because he says, why don't y'all cut it, put it in the wheelbarrow, and then carry the wheelbarrow over all at one time. That way you ain't got to, carry each spot. Sometimes it's just easier to go with it's better to go with the easy way. Work smart, not hard. So since you did such a fine job of introducing it, I think I'm just going to take a clip and
No.
now I may add something to it, like, hey, if Eddie thinks you should join, maybe you should. I'm just thinking out loud here. I don't know, but I'll have to look it up on this video at some point, and that's okay.
I'm done.
You done introducing it? I think he's still on there. Yep, he's still on there. He's out in Texas,
Well, I was looking at the time. I was wondering if he stayed up all night or if this is the time he gets up. I can't believe it's noon already, but I guess it's because I was sitting in that coffee show this morning.
Could be. I like watching Shane's show. I just these days it seems like rare for me to get up early enough to watch it. And I looked at one of the first things I do in the morning is look who's live streaming, and if there's somebody who's live streaming, a lot of times, and if Shane's on, I'll watch his. But he's, sometimes I'm too late, and sometimes he's not on. So, well, I had an idea also about me, taking out my trimmer thing and cutting my hair while I'm at it. It really needs it. It's getting a little long here on the sides. It's like I don't know, half an inch or something. I prefer it to be shaved. Well, not shaved, but without all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought I could even throw in, sometimes we show some how-to videos. I thought that that way it showed me cutting my hair at the same time having just a talk over. I was thinking a video with me taking the hot dogs and the flame weeder and cooking the hot dogs. I thought that would be cool. It still would be. Maybe I could. I know I could take Eddie's audio and put it show clip Eddie's audio while I'm doing all these different things. Maybe.
Yes.
Yep, that sounds good to me. So what you got planned for the day?
Today was going to be the day that we were baling hay, but it rained a bit last night. So my dad's pushing it back one more day.
Okay.
So I'm just going to have to check and see if it's dry enough that he shows up tomorrow. But otherwise, I'm just going to plan for my live tonight.
Okay. Now you got about what, 10 acres of hay? Is that right?
Yeah, they always said it was 10 to 12 acres of hay.
Okay. I seem to recall you mentioning that. Oh, yeah. Hey, Cindy Brown. Cindy's here too.
Comments up.
I try to keep a watch on it. I'm not as good as Eddie at it, but
this one's easy to follow because you only have 41 people here.
Yeah, just 41 folks, are connected to this channel. And I just, Eddie was saying something about going live, but he wasn't coming on anyhow. So I thought I'd go through and just piddle around a little bit, with one of these other channels. It'd add some content if nothing else.
Yeah.
And, at some point, maybe if don't get me wrong, I'm very happy with what the other channel is doing. But sometimes to me, it's almost like, and I don't feel stressed doing that other channel. Although sometimes I let myself feel a little stressed that I need to be making a video or something. It's always the thing that you feel like you should be doing instead of what you're doing. And for me, that's pretty common. But this one, it's not like there's any expectation whatsoever. I guess I kind of, even though I don't have a lot of expectations with my other channel. This one, I even have less expectations. And it is, now granted, it does have more subscribers on this one than my other two channels. And I'm not talking about my primary channel. I've got two other channels that are not.
I just got to look at where we are because all I saw was Gary is live. I didn't look at what the channel was because I have all of them. So
well, thank you.
Whatever you post, I see.
That's awesome. Thank you, Raquel. I was just thinking, I guess it was yesterday, started talking about it a little bit, but you know me, I'm a little bit scatterbrained. So my mind flips from spot to spot, and sometimes it don't make it all the way around to another thought for a day or two. And it's possible I don't ever get back to some of them. But I guess I was thinking, I almost lost that thought again. Well, I did.
Hey, well, you know what? I watched my live back, and I did a live. Ryan, the Techzilla, was going to come and just talk about stuff or show me things maybe on StreamYard. And he fell asleep on me, so I ended up talking to other people. But Mitchell came up, and at one point I called him Josh on my live. And I always called each other the opposite, and nobody said anything. I said Josh, and then the rest of the sentence, and he replied to me. He didn't say, hey, you called me by the wrong name or anything like that. So
there we go. Well, it's been my experience that when you see somebody make a mistake, it's possible they could have done it intentionally. Or if you see somebody doing something embarrassing or whatever, I typically don't call attention to it. I don't want to. Some people would have a tendency, I think, to point it out and dwell on it, and that's not really my style. I believe that people deserve a bit of dignity, and anything that might embarrass them is just not something I want to point out or anything. So
I'm always calling people by the wrong name. My son's name is Tristan, and my daughter's name is Cher, and I always call my daughter.
You hear Eddie?
No.
Hey, he said, Gary, your fly is undone. He just messing with me. I'm sorry.
So I always call my daughter Trust Cher because
Really?
I start calling her by my son's name, and then I'm correcting myself, and yeah. I always get names mixed up. It's a age thing, or it's just runs in the family. I don't know.
Hey, I have trouble remembering names. Eddie's really good about it. I give him that. He's always really been good at remembering names, and he can probably tell you a dozen kids' names that are, running around, their parents on the, doing YouTube channels. And I can remember some of them, but it's hard. I've always been that way. I don't know. I think it's gotten worse though the older I get. Now I done lost that other thought. That's okay though. I know what it was. Because it's to me it's a little bit on the humbling side. When you sit there and you think about doing a YouTube channel, at first it's you have. I think most people have, and when they start doing YouTube, do it for some reason that's personal. Whether it be so their kids can watch it. Years later, even if you've passed on. I think some folks do it. I started my first channel, I started just to try and keep as kind of like a journal of the garden. And I did a fairly poor job of that. I only shot 3 videos, and the videos, worst things I've ever shot. All of them were longer videos, like 10-minute videos, something like this, and all in that up and down format instead of widescreen, and they were shaky, and it just was very poor content. And then I started learning a little bit, And I think that's pretty typical for most people.
So what's changed?
Well, I think as a person, starts thinking about their YouTube channel, they get to thinking, well, maybe I could do a better job of it, and maybe even get interested.
Sometimes that just ain't possible.
Well, that may be true, but I think most people think, and true, I'm probably imposing my own self-image or my own self-thoughts or whatever towards other people, and I think that's normal as well. But then some people talk about, I guess the subject of being monetized comes up inevitably for most everybody once they start doing videos. And let's see, I guess that's still Cindy. I don't know if she's still here or not. She may be. She's awesome though. I was I'm very happy that she's the one that won the $50 gift card. And she's an awesome mod. In fact, somebody'd be crazy if they see her in their live stream. First thing they need to do is make her a moderator. They just wasting talent. They just wasting talent if they don't. But anyhow, and then you start thinking about. I think a lot of folks think about, well, maybe I could get monetized. So they start paying more attention to numbers. And even when I was just starting, I kind of wanted other people to see my garden. So I was, trying to talk family members, because we were doing a family garden. And I thought they might like to see, the little videos that I did. But apparently my family ain't really interested in my videos at all. And that's okay. I think but when somebody asks me, are you going live tonight? Because they want to come and watch the show, or the video or the stream, or whatever you want to call it, it can be a little humbling because, I make all these reasons up in my head that why folks might want to be, might want to come see the show. I mean,
you know why though? It's because remember back in the 70s and 80s when people actually visited each other? That just doesn't happen anymore. And that's what your show has become. It's people visiting each other.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we do crave social interaction, I think.
Hey, Gary, you're not going live tonight, are you?
I wasn't planning on it.
Good.
I mean, isn't Robbie going live tonight? I think Robbie's going live tonight. And
who's Robbie?
Robbie with Warrior's Heart Fishing.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm not a huge. I guess one of the things I never really thought. I'm not much of a fisherman. I've got some fishing equipment.
You don't have to be a fisherman. They BS in there. They don't sit there and talk about fishing.
I know that.
They BS just like we do.
I know. But in my head, I'm thinking that's, a fishing show. And that's just like I go into.
No, it's not. It's not a fishing show.
Okay.
Yes, sometimes the subject of fishing may come up. Hey, Matt, you going fishing this weekend or this or that or whatever else. But it's not a fishing show.
I'm not trying to detract from the channel. What
I'm saying, it's just a place to hang out. Even if you're a casual fisherman, or even if you don't fish at all, they're just about in there talking about whatever you want to, and having a good time, and keeping it PG-13, and stuff like that. They're just there to be regular people.
All right. Well, I get that. But my point was that's one of the reasons why.
Hey, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Well, Luke can cook. Do you want people? That just cook, or are interested in cooking, or anything else to go to your Belt Luke Can Cook channel? You don't want nobody, and you want people to look at that and say, "Oh, that dude cooks. I'm not going to go to his channel," and everything else.
Well,
But everybody eats.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah,
eats.
it doesn't matter. Everybody don't cook, and everybody don't have an interest in cooking. And some people may not have cooked for years. They may either go out to eat, or if or have their wife cook them something, or make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or whatever. And they may not, even if they don't cook, they may not have any interest in cooking at all. But if they see Belt Loop can cook, they say, well, that's a cooking channel. I'm not going in there. It's kind of, you're prejudging a channel just because of a word in its name before you even go and see what that channel's about. I mean, and I'm not saying, I know Gary's been in Warrior Heart fishing before and stuff like that, but I'm saying it's stereotyping a channel because of what's in their name.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you
somebody
look up,
may have the best channel in the world that goes viral or whatever else, but you don't go to it because you just think you stereotype his channel as just being a cooking channel.
Well,
I mean, on mine, I say I do, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of content's going to be on there. Whether it's gardening, whether it's my animals, whether it's my chickens, whether it's fishing, whether it's gaming, whether it's, just doing what I want to do, with the channel.
That's right. But, every channel out there, as far as I can tell, is at least somewhat based on the personality of the individual running the channel. All right. And there are certain things.
How would you say but see, here's the thing. How would you say my personality is?
Well, abrasive at times. I love you like a brother, but now he's mad. It's like and to be fair, a lot of times people can't get a word in edgewise when I'm on, and I get that. But I try to be, more diplomatic, I reckon. Anyhow. Hey, Devil Dog, I'm sorry if I upset you. I'm sorry if I upset you.
Yeah, is that abrasive enough for you? That is NJ Fishing Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah, NJ Fishing Mania. It's fun.
I'm just saying, I mean, sometimes you can be, it's like, I understand your perspective. I get that. But I also think that a lot of people, when they come across a channel, they come across it because of a particular interest. And so, and sometimes people, sometimes people get hold of a channel just like we do. We share the connections in our live streams and what have you. And, you try to be supportive of other people, but, there's an awful lot of people out there that all they're looking for is a particular kind of channel. For me, it was gardening.
That's why I don't want to put myself in a niche.
Right.
Because I don't want to be prejudged or anything else.
Yeah.
My channel Devil Dog doesn't say, it doesn't say anything about what I do. People just going to either have to check it out, and they're going to realize that I have a variety of interests and stuff like that.
Sure.
Now, here, I'm subscribed to certain channels that I have no interest in whatsoever. Don't mean I'm not going to, go into their live streams, give a thumbs up, say hello, how you doing, whatever.
Right.
But I ain't gonna sit in there for 2 or 3 hours on something I have no interest on whatsoever, like makeup.
Yeah, I understand. I'm assuming you're thinking about makeup mom and son.
But here's the thing. No, I'm not talking about makeup mom and son. But what I'm saying is, if they're in there having a conversation and it ain't about makeup, it don't mean I ain't going to stay in the chat and freaking talk to them.
Right.
Just because they're,
I get that.
about makeup.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that's what you're kind of saying.
No, what I'm saying is that people
I'm not into fishing, so I'm not going to that channel or hanging out at that channel because, they got fishing in their name.
What I'm saying is that people find channels in a variety of ways. And, you can find support within a community, but, that community is going to be, at least to some degree, a little bit limited at times. And then one person only has so many hours in the day. If an individual,
I understand that, but the thing is Warrior Hearts Fishing in particular.
Yeah.
We're talking about this in particular.
Right.
Fishing's in his name. And sometimes he goes fishing and records it. Now, if fishing ain't your thing and you don't want to watch him out there fishing on a live, that is one thing. You go in and give a thumbs up, say, hey, how you doing, leave. But on his panels, it's a totally different atmosphere and thing.
Right.
They're not sitting there talking about fishing. They're talking about whatever you want to talk about. And Robbie asks you, hey, so-and-so, how was your day? What'd you do today? And
yeah, Robbie's good people. You know.
But that's what I'm saying. You know, when he goes out and does a live about fishing and you don't want to watch fishing because you're not into fishing, that's one thing. I can understand that. But, you know, when he's on his live, on his panels, not to go into his panel and sit and hang out and just shoot the crap because he got fishing in the name is totally different.
See,
and then when somebody asks you about it and you're like, well, I'm not into fishing. I don't like fishing. You've missed the whole freaking point. You get to know Robbie as a person and about his life, about his family, what's going on. It's not about fishing there for Robbie. Some channels may be that way.
yeah.
I went into a barbecue community and I tried to chat with the people and find out about them. And they're like, we only talk about barbecue in here, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, all right, cool. And I said, I'm just trying to get to know you. And I left and I won't ever go back to that channel.
Okay.
That was a different situation.
Yeah. All this came about just because I don't fish much.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. You know, fair enough. All right. So is there a question you want to ask me or something?
I do not.
Okay. I just thought maybe you had, you know, something you wanted to point out that I was doing wrong or, you know.
Prove my point.
Okay. Fair
It's
enough.
good arguing tactics. Just talk long enough so the people forget what you even started the argument about, and then you agree with them.
There we go. Well, I mean,
You agree with me, right, Gary?
yes, I agree with you. As, you know, to be honest with you, it's just easier to agree with him at times. I love Devil Dog like a brother, like I said. You know, he kind of like he's not a surgeon. He's more of take a big hammer and, you know, he's, anyhow, that may be the Marine
Fixes
Corps.
the problem.
That may be his Marine Corps way of thinking. I don't know. But anyhow, I think when people start looking at monetization, it's hard if you're just focused on that community. And I think that sometimes a niche can help share it out to a larger audience. And I think that, I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, I don't know. I'm no expert on any of this.
The only thing I worry about is I've been spreading out to all these different communities and they're returning the favor. They're showing up. And I want everyone to get along in my chat. And I hope that they are respectful of each other. So I'm crossing my fingers because I've got everybody coming from different areas.
Uh-huh. Well, that's the same thing as my channel. So I think it's the same thing as Devil Dogs too. I mean, he's got, I mean, if you just look at the folks in the community, you know, you kind of see that a lot of people have a wide variety of interests and a lot of people have, now I need to get back to, I mean, it's been so, people have been getting along, you know, and you have very few issues where there's drama. I've seen a little bit here and there, and I've taken a few corrective steps to kind of fix that whenever you see a little bit. But I think that, you know, for the most part, people want to get along. People want friends. People want, you know, I think there's an innate desire for folks to become, to be liked. Now, that may not always be the case, but they want to be liked for who they are, and thankfully, most people are good people. At least that's my way of looking at it. I could be wrong, but I think of myself as a good person. But to me, it does seem humbling that people would actually want to come to my channel, especially when it's on so late. I guess people just I guess in my head I'm convinced that people come to the channel because it's late at night and they ain't got not a whole lot else going on. I don't know.
Yeah, I just realized I thought I had 2 weeks left. I only have 1 more week.
Oh,
So this will be the last time I catch you guys live.
well, if you got 1 week left, if somebody pops up on live stream tomorrow, you could be live and with us. But it will, let's just see you. We may have to do some adjustments and what have you. Most of the time when I go live, though, it's just because of the fact that I work 6 days a week till and don't get home till midnight.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not complaining. I'm just one person. You guys have a good crowd that shows up. I always catch it in the post.
Well,
and did you guys even post that one yet? Episode 3?
Devil Dog, did you post episode 3? I don't know if he did or not. I'll take a look though. Let's see if I see it on there. Let's see here. Yeah, episode 3 is on here. It's on the second row. It's about seven. It's about 7 episodes from the latest. But he's got 6 episodes in front of it or after it, and
6 episodes of what? Just other videos.
Well,
I'm talking about Good Cop, Bad Dog, episode 3.
Right. It's on here.
Okay.
It was streamed 3 days ago.
Yes, but he didn't post it immediately. That's why I'm asking.
I don't know if he has any stay in that or that's YouTube, because I have done some. I remember one in particular that seemed to get hung up, and I don't know why it hung up.
I've seen that with other people too. Well, they'll just have ended a live and then it's not on their channel.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm wondering about that because Road Dogs Customs or Custom. I don't know if it's Customs, but I was trying to find the stream from yesterday, and it's not on there. And I don't know if it's hung up or if he's not planning on posting it. Or
are you talking about the giveaway, the fundraiser?
Raffle.
Because I was in and out of there. I never commented on it, but I was also on MT Homestead Live yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I only popped in for 5 minutes, but that's how they run their live. People come in and introduce their channel or whatever, because it's Shout Out Sunday or whatever.
I was shouting out some. Most of my shout out. I mean, I still, do some shout outs during the show. But I've had a couple episodes where I just, the one or two where I started off doing the shout outs. But I list a lot of channels on my community tab, trying to help promote, whether it be some folks need watch hours, some folks need watch hours, some folks need more connections, hook sets, whatever you want to call it, more bananas, as some folks.
If you ever feel your list is getting too long and you need to add somebody else, you don't have to keep posting me.
No, I'm gonna keep you on there at least till you get to 1,000. At least that's the plan.
Ooh, Might be there for a couple of years.
Well, that's okay. The list does continue to get longer, and now I may quit making a link to everything because that well, as long as I got time in the day, I'll do it. But I may change it to where everything's not linked.
And you can't just repost the post.
Well, if I go through and just copy and paste or repost it, I don't even know if I can repost it. But if I do that, none of them show up as links, and I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. And somebody said that, and I don't remember who it was, but they said you could go through and just back off a letter and then to read, and it would auto fill in. It doesn't work that way. So, I mean, I've tried it a couple of times, and maybe it does for other people, but it doesn't for me. So I literally have to go through and start typing it over. Now, when I do that, it does autofill, although sometimes it doesn't until I get to the very end of it. So, and then I will click on it so that it fills it in.
Well, I like the way you do it because you have it in one statement. And because sometimes the people that use their community page to shout out a channel, and they'll do like 10 or 15 in a row. And when you go to look to see who's on, all you see is these feeds from their community page. So
well,
I'd rather see it condensed so that I'm not looking through so much.
Right.
But,
well, I try to do it that way, so that it does make it easy for folks to go back if they want to. I think they can click on one, go to the page, and if they want, they can always hit the back on the browser to come back to it. And I try to make it where it's all in one spot, so it makes it convenient. But I think that I do also, my thing is that a lot of times I'll go into a live, and I don't always do it, but sometimes when I think about it, I'll go through and I'll post a link to that live, say, come see me here, or, whatever. But the problem is that drops down that post. So I have to redo it every day. Well, I don't necessarily do it every day. Sometimes it's, 2 days.
too bad you couldn't pin a post.
That would be nice. I don't think you can.
I wouldn't know because I'm not even there yet. So,
well, let me take a look. Let's see. And I don't think I can, but I will. I'm going to go check it out. Community. I probably ought to switch over my signing because right now I'm on Belt Loop 29 can cook. But that's weird. Community. Let's see. No, just edit and delete. Let me check an older one. Edit and delete. I wonder, though, if I edited it and just changed one thing about it, whether or not it would repost it or put it at the top. I don't think it would. Seems like I tried that also. I believe in trying to work smart and not hard, although a lot of times I find myself. Go ahead.
I don't think I've ever gone to your actual page because I have the bell on for you. So every time you post, I just see it automatically. I don't have to visit your page anymore.
Okay.
Do you have, like, I know when people are trying to promote other channels, they'll have go check out these other channels on their homepage. Do you have that? Like Wendy at Willowway Ranch, she has it where these people are under 500, these people are under 1,000.
Let's see here. Let's switch it back over there. I'm gonna have to do a little. I don't even know where I'm at on some of these things, but here we go. Let me take a look at hers real quick.
And if I'm wrong, I don't know. Look, I thought she was going to her page and saying, this is how I have it set up.
Well, I wasn't aware of any particular thing that you could do that
But you
on.
just can make a channel, like your favorite channels. Do you not have Eddie linked on your homepage?
Sure, I do.
So I think it's just making different titles for going to check out channels, right?
Probably. Okay, I see what you're saying. She's got it. She's made up some other, and that's probably a better way to do it. But I guess I use my community. Maybe I shouldn't be focused on doing it that way.
Well, if you didn't do a big long list, I wonder if it would draw people there if you just said, come check out my homepage. I don't know if that would work as well.
Could be. I mean, she's got one thing listed of amazing channels, and she's got Skinner Farms first, and Devil Dog second, Chris and Larry third, Woman Outdoors, and Hendrickson Family Farm. And then she's got channels under 100 subs, channels under 500 subs, and channels under 1,000. That's probably a good idea. It would require a lot less, Well,
you don't have to edit it, right? You only have to edit it once they grow out of that category.
Well, that's true, but it's also limited in how many it's going to show. In fact, Devil Dog pointed this out to me because, he was looking on my channels thing, and I had featured channels, and and I had Eddie on the list, but it wasn't showing up on the thing. Wasn't showing up because I guess I started that before I met Eddie, and I added him once I met him. But it was further down the list, and it wasn't showing up. So it'll only show, I think, about 12, I think. Okay. And as far as on the thing, but see, also, I also noticed that when Wendy's under 500, so she doesn't have a community tab. But I know that community tab, whatever you post in that, will show up in people's feeds. Their channels, that they have featured, don't show up in people's feeds. Yeah. So it is a little bit more visible than. Yes, you can change the order. Sure, you can. But
you just said something important. I wonder if Wendy, she'll probably just keep that, but when she gets her community page, I bet you she's going to start doing something similar to what you are doing.
Well, that would be a good thing, I think. And but I can, here I am. I did not have mine set up like that, but I like the way that she's done it, and now I can go through, and make some, add a couple things and try to mimic, if you will, something that Wendy's doing, and that's a good thing.
I'll always remember that one of the first people I met was Chris's Clever Craft, and he did that for me, and I stayed on his list until I got past 100.
Okay. Well, hey, Janet Homestead, where you are, I know I've already mentioned what you said, but since I hadn't said hello yet, hello, it's good to see you. Devil Dog, he always gets that. He doesn't always. He's gotten better about it. But at first he was saying, Homestead, where are you? He transposed those two numbers. I always thought that was cute because it's like, there was a TV show, somebody, where are you, or something like that. I don't remember what it was. I think that was from before my time. But it was funny. Where you are instead of where are you. It's funny, I don't know. I thought it was anyhow, but I think that one of the benefits of a community is you can learn from other folks and how they're doing things, and adjust how you do, kind of learn on the fly. But I guess that's just the way it is, Many hands make for a lighter load. Just like trying to raise funds, for the Pafford. No one person did it all. It was a bunch of folks pulling together, trying to help, and people did what they could. So, and I know Cindy, every time she went into another live that she mods, which is most of them, as far as I can tell, she'd post that about the Paffords too. So there's, and there's a lot of times I'd go into a live and somebody'd ask me about it and give me an opportunity to talk about it. So, it was just, it was an excellent group effort that we were able to get it done.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, you got anything going on here fairly soon on your channel, or you got that live stream tonight?
Yes, that's about it. I think the next video I do is probably, I might take some shots of when my dad comes to bail, but I never know what I'm going to show as a video.
Oh, I know that feeling. Sometimes I just pick up the camera, say, hey, I'm going to do this. In fact, it's kind of funny. I have that video where I was cutting the grass. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but I got a video where I was just cutting the grass. Not too much to it. But I told my wife, Tammy, I was going to go through and make a video of me cutting the grass. I guess she was just thinking, well, she said, I cut on my GoPro and start to, and it's only got like 4%. It only had 4% on the battery. And so I said, damn, well, I guess I can't use this to record. And so I told that to Tammy. Tammy says, I guess you ain't cutting the grass then, huh? So she was under the impression the only reason why I found another way to record it anyhow. But I was using my phone on that. But, her impression was that, the only time I was going to do anything is when I could record it.
Yeah.
Of course, there's some truth to that. She used to say, if it can't be done from his recliner, he ain't going to do it.
Oh,
anyhow.
I need to get a GoPro because I was thinking of sure, I could go out there and videotape picking up all the bales, but it's such a tough job. I don't think I want to stop to set up the camera for a shot because it's such a filthy job. And if it's hot, you're sweating like crazy. I just get so exhausted. And then if you had it strapped on you, you're just getting automatic shots.
Well, you can with a GoPro. There is a harness type thing that you put on your, put on, and the camera's right there in front of you. Or here's another thought: are you using a tractor or a truck to haul the hay?
A truck.
Okay, you could go through, and there's going to be some clips and what have you that you should be able, or even things with suction cups on them that will attach to your window. And
you never thought about that, yeah.
And you could just put it on there on the driver's side door, passenger's door, whatever. And are you picking up them bales of hay yourself, or you got other folks doing it?
I know it's by myself, and I can only take, I can't remember the number. I put 3 rows on the back of my truck, and it's not my new truck. I use my old one, and it's like 20 some bales that I can load. So if I have over 300, I have to do about 10 trips, but I'm getting too old to just do it in a day. I take a couple days to do it and cross my fingers that it doesn't get rained on.
That is very impressive, Raquel. I've never seen I'm an equal opportunity person, and I am, I just think it's cool that you're, hauling the hay yourself. That's a hard job to begin with.
Well, I used to stack. So when I first started doing it, because I've been here 16 years, when I first started doing it, I stacked it the way somebody showed me. and you build this big, huge stack. And then I thought, what is the point? I'm having to crawl up this haystack because I don't have one of those lifts you can get. I started just making a triangle stack, and I made it really long. And that way, from the ground, I could throw the tarp over it. And when I went to feed them, you just pull one from the bottom, and that whole triangle falls down. But I mean, as soon as I get that hay stacked, I'm starting to feed the horses because right now they're running out of grass on the ground. So
yeah. Well, I think you ought to do a video on it when you do it. Honestly, that's impressive. That right there, honestly, honest to goodness, hand to God, that's impressive.
Just trying to get I want to get out there and get the work done. I don't want to stop and does this shot look good? Like with my dad, when he was cutting the hay, it was so easy because I could fool around. I'm like, I wonder what this would look like if I went over here and shot it from there. But it didn't interrupt his work.
Well, I mean, I think that you can set the GoPro up where it just kind of goes along with you and records. In fact, I guess, fairly soon after I got the GoPro, and I wouldn't have a GoPro. Well, I might. I very easily would have, thought about going out. In fact, I was headed out to buy it when I called a friend of mine to ask, where he got his at, because I knew he had one. And he said, why don't I just give you this one? He wasn't using it much. And anyhow, so that's the reason why I have a GoPro. It was donated to me, even though I was looking at going to buy one. Anyhow, but you can, with a GoPro, you can set those things up in a multitude of ways, and they've got all sorts of accessories that when I did my garden video, when I put it on kind of fast forward or whatever, I don't remember if I think I set it up to where it did time lapse.
Yeah.
I think I did. It may have just sped it up in the thing. I don't remember. But I did put it on the end of a fork, garden fork, or or so, I don't know. It was on a wood. It was on a wood handle that they got a thing where you can, that will go on both sides of it and hold it in place.
A clamp,
And so I did it. I put it on that and stuck the thing on the trellis, and then I tied the top of it to the trellis so that just to keep it right there in one spot. And with a little bit of creativity, you can come up with some interesting ways. I had one or two of my videos. I had a brick that had some holes in it. Obviously bricks. Not all bricks. Some are solid, but this one had holes in it. And I took my wand thing, extendable wand that I guess you'd call it kind of like a selfie stick, but it's not, because you don't have a thing where you can hit a button or something and make it take a picture. But I took it and just stuck it down in the hole, and it held it there. So, and just kind of focus it where you want it and leave it. Forget about it until you're done doing whatever you're doing. But those GoPros are the only thing that I've had to be careful about with my GoPro is, it gets so hot down here. And when it's really hot out, it will only shoot it'll shoot in 4K for a little while, but then it'll heat up so much that it will not shoot in 4K. It'll shoot in, I guess non-4K, non-high def or whatever. But it will, you can't cut it back onto 4K for several hours. I even put it in the refrigerator at one point trying to cool it down because it said it's too hot to shoot the camera's too hot to shoot in 4K. So, but, I do make it a point when I can. If I'm setting up a shot or something, a lot of times I'll put it in the shade. If there's any shade around to be seen. That kind of helps keep the sun off of it. And I think it shoots a little bit longer that way. So anyhow, I guess thank you for coming on, Raquel. I appreciate you coming up. I reckon
It
I'm
was
going
nice to visit.
to.
I said it was nice to visit.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little hard of hearing at times. Well, all the time, really. I got tinnitus or tinnitus in my ears. It's a constant ringing, and sometimes I just don't catch everything. And it's kind of
You'll see me go like this to the computer because I'm that way too. I'm trying to put my ear on focus because I can't hear people very well sometimes.
Oh yes, ma'am. Happens to me. When I move up like this, I'm trying to read the chat. I got these bifocals, and they are helpful to some degree, but it's doesn't always allow me to see from farther away. Just getting older, I reckon. Anyhow, just something I got to deal with. Thank you for coming on, Raquel. I'm like I said, I'm just kind of chilling, fooling around today, and I do have some stuff I probably ought to get done. But and thank you. Much love for you and your channel. And hopefully we'll, even when you start back to school, hopefully we'll see you again.
Yes. Maybe we'll see you later some.
I am thinking that I'm trying to get back to working 5 days a week instead of 6 days a week. I've been doing
I heard you talking about that, and they said now's not a good time.
Well, they are easing up a little bit. The next month in September, they've got 2 weeks where I'm only working 5 days, and they are back to back. So, when I get 2 days off in a row, I actually feel like I've had some time off. As it is, when you get 1 day off and so many things trying to pack in that 1 day, it just doesn't seem like it's time off. But I'm thinking I'm getting back to as close as I can to having a normal life, I guess. But anyhow, I am going to be going and continuing to shoot. But if I do that, maybe I'll get some time off on Fridays, and maybe I'll be, hopefully I'll be on sometime when you're on, available to watch. Hopefully, hopefully I get you back up on the panel too.
Yes. Well, I've always got vacations sometime.
There we go. You have to make sure you let me know when it's coming up.
Yeah.
Or you could just. All right. I'm going to shut it down in 3, 2, 1. Let's see.